Hi, my name is Suzanne Hobbs, and I am joined today by Nathan Whittacre, CEO of Stimulus Technologies. Cybersecurity is an important topic for business owners to understand, and I have the pleasure to discuss this topic with Nathan in this 8-part series. Nathan's background includes a bachelor's and master's degree from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. He has over 25 years in the technology industry. He has owned his company, Stimulus Technologies, since 1995 and helps businesses with all aspects of their technology needs. Welcome.
Thank you. It is my pleasure to talk to you about an extremely important topic.
Please provide us with some context. What is the state of business cybersecurity today?
In some ways, the World Wide Web is like the Wild West. No one is completely secure. When I started in technology over 25 years ago, very few people were connected to the internet. Viruses were transmitted through floppy disks, and it was relatively easy to protect yourself and your company. Today, businesses and individuals should be taking steps to protect themselves. Cyber attacks could be more disastrous to a business than a fire, flood, or other natural disaster. Many businesses don't survive after a cyber attack. There are a lot of threats out there, and it's hard to keep up with them all.
Well, you sound very pessimistic about the current state of security.
Not exactly. Many companies do well and have no issues. It takes a layered approach and some due diligence.
So what are some basic things a company needs to do to protect themselves?
I mentioned a layered approach. Think of security like an onion. There are many layers that make a whole. With security, we start from the center and move out. The most basic protection that a company needs is on their desktops and laptops, basically the devices that people use. Since it is the interface between the people and technology, it is the most susceptible place for an attack. Network security systems should block an attack, but sometimes they may still get through to an individual desktop. For this reason, it is essential to have enterprise-grade antivirus and anti-malware software installed and up to date on all computers.
What do you mean by enterprise grade?
Most antivirus software sold today meets the minimum bar of protection against threats. There are differences between software you buy in a box at the store and what comes with a computer with a fully managed antivirus system. First and foremost, it needs to be centrally managed and kept up to date. How do you know if all your computers are up to date or even have antivirus software installed on them? It only takes one user on a single computer to click on a bad email or go to a bad website to take down the entire network. With an IT professional like Stimulus Technologies, the system is completely managed. We get a report if the software is installed, operating correctly, and updated on all the computers. If it's not, it can be corrected right away.
Is that it? You just need a management system to become enterprise grade?
There is more to it than that. Since hackers are constantly changing, tweaking, and modifying their attacks, good antivirus software must provide constant updates and heuristics, which means that they can detect a virus that hasn't even been seen before, but acts like a virus or attack. Great antivirus software will block attacks that it doesn't have in its signature database. It has to be able to detect a virus before anyone even knows about it. I also believe that a good antivirus system should be seamless to the user. It shouldn't slow down the computer, interrupt the user with false threats or problems, or be difficult to manage. Any of those things would make a user want to disable the software.
Does antivirus protect against all the threats that are out there?
Unfortunately, it doesn't. It provides protection for 99% of the issues, but it still requires users to be smart about configuring their system for safe usage. I generally recommend work computers are set up with limited access rights. If you're logged into a computer as an administrator, any software you use can change the operating system. Windows has gotten better at notifying the users if new software is going to change their system, but most users will just click away and install it anyways. As soon as malicious software gets on a computer, it will most likely disable antivirus protection and then start doing destructive things. It's best that for day-to-day usage of a computer, you don't have permissions to install software. If you're forced to put in a password before installing new software, you're going to be sure that's what you want to do.
You also mentioned browsing the web and clicking on emails. How does someone protect themselves from that?
Again, good antivirus software should integrate with your web browser and email system to scan websites for malicious content and check emails as the software is accessing them. It isn't 100%, but it provides a last line of defense. I also recommend a product that does DNS filtering. DNS translates the names of websites you go to, like www.google.com, to the IP address that the computer understands. DNS filtering will block access to known bad sites so your computer can't go to websites or download emails from sites that are on a blacklist. It is also an added layer of protection that goes a long way to defend against these attacks.
Now, I've heard of people getting all their data encrypted and having to pay a ransom. Does antivirus protect against that?
In most cases, yes. Ransomware is big business today. These hackers are making millions of dollars by encrypting user data and then charging a ransom to get it back. Antivirus and DNS filtering are both excellent protection against that. But there are other ways in. One of the biggest problems on business networks is that one unprotected computer on a network can get the ransomware and then encrypt all the data on the entire network. And that is why it's so important that all systems are protected.
Thank you. This is some really great information. Now, if someone wants to know more, how can they get more information from you?
You can visit our website at www.stimulustech.com/KLAS tips, and we'll send you quick tips on how to stay protected. Most of this is simple, and you just have to be aware and change some habits.